picked up the position from someone else who was leaving the ad agency and was asked to take it, and didn't really know what I was getting into, to be quite honest, but I found it to be a very interesting role because not many ad agencies represented, and so it really keeps me a fresh perspective to hear the view from the other side, and it reminds me to always think about it from both sides and understand really what's going on in the industry. So it's been rewarding, to say the least. I'm about to facilitate a session that's all about omni-channel marketing and really about today's consumers and how you create connections with them. So it's something I'm very passionate about as a media planner. Our goal is to create those connections that move people through the path to purchase, whatever you want to call the funnel, the path to purchase. It really is such a dynamic venture these days. It is an adventure to figure out where brands can talk and make those connections, and how to bring digital signage into it. I think digital signage sets at such a key point because you can connect with a mobile device. You really have a way to bring a personal, customized message right to people. And it's sometimes the last step that you can connect with someone before a purchase. So it's an exciting time to really brainstorm and figure out how to make them work really hard for our brands, add value to your clients, add value to consumers. So you've hit it out of the park when you find a way to add value to everyone in the mix, the consumers, the brands, the retailers. That's a good day. I'm the director of media in Dallas for the Integer Group, and we do take maybe a different approach than some agencies because we've integrated everything. We don't have different divisions for digital planning or broadcast planning or print planning. Really, when you're a media planner, which means you have to understand the full toolbox. Taking it and dividing it up has never made sense to me because everything is coming together. If you want to talk about radio, where do you put Pandora? Where do you put Spotify? Where do you put iHeartRadio? So you really can't make those lines anymore. Where do you put Hulu? So I think the same is true digital signage. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to think about digital signage because I don't separate it out. I don't even put things in buckets anymore. I've kind of let go of that, and I try to think of it more as audio, video, that kind of connection lets you free your mind and how you look at things. So it's interesting to come get the perspective and really try to pass along the way that media planners are trying to think and how to get more out of every dollar clients are spending. We talk a lot about paid media, owned media, and earned media. And again, digital signage sits at a perfect place because you can pay for it. You can use owned assets that the clients have, their WAP sites, and then you can drive so much additional earned media for exposures. It's a perfect place. Well, for us at the Integer Group, we have a retail arts lab, and up to this point it's been kind of a static area where we had more ways of how we would merchandise things and create signage. We do in-store advertising and development for AT&T and FedEx Office. And now we're expanding our retail arts lab to include digital signage in our ad agency so that when we're ideating and trying to figure out how to integrate things, we have a real-world experience. And so for us, we also have an operations person attending. We have Rebecca Walt, who has been a friend of DSE for many years, who's now our VP of retail signage. And so it's a little bit different world. And for us, we're looking at how can we take these things and really integrate it. And so one side, I'm looking at it as a value of buying it as a network. On the other side, we have operations people that are trying to understand what our developers need to know to create the creative for it when we're actually putting it to work inside clients' retail situations. I think touch is huge because it brings it full circle. It makes it that engagement. Once someone touches you know you've got them. There's a connection that brings them in. So that to me is that engagement, and the clients always want some form of measurement. And so when you're talking about a touch, that just really brings it together. And another place that digital signage sits is the ability to measure. And so digital in the form of online and mobile have had huge success because of measurement. So it's something we've got to take advantage of in the space. And touch is one way to do that. I think what's important is that when network operators come in and meet with us, that they are keeping themselves up to speed on what's going on and how to brainstorm with us to solve problems, because I'm not usually going out and looking for digital signage buy. I'm looking to solve a problem. And so if they'll spend time talking with me to think about how to make it a bigger program and to solve and make a solution, then I get excited, and it's something I can go sell to the client, because I'm in sales too, just like they are. I've got to turn around and sell that back in. So when they're excited and I'm excited and we're creating something, that's what really works. So when you're thinking about how to come in, ask what the problem is we're trying to solve. Don't just sell your network on numbers and straight research or compared to other networks. I'm looking for where there's a connection with people and how that works. So the way it works with content to me is look at what apps are up and coming, be a student of a bigger industry than digital signage, be a student of digital as a whole. And I think that includes things like Instagram or Vine with Twitter's, video application. That's content that's easy to create, that's right in everyone's hands now. So that's a perfect way to create solutions that are easy, simple, and it adds values for consumers too. The retail signage, the retail arts lab that we're building out is going to be just, I think, huge for us to be able to showcase for clients the way that we think differently, really about how they can visualize where we're going and bringing in a whole area with digital signage. It is amazing. I really don't know other agencies that are doing that. In our Denver office, we have Miller Coors, and in Des Moines, we have Pella Windows, and then Dallas, AT&T, and FedEx Office. Those, FedEx Office and AT&T, we really are their in-store retail partners. So not media, I don't work with those clients, but I use it and think about it as a media value too. So every touch point has value. Hi, I'm Amy Vollet, the VP, Director of Media at the Integer Group in Dallas. I'm at the Digital Signage Expo, and this is where we come to connect with the future and the trends of digital signage and media.